Have you ever looked at an anime and thought, yeah, I could definitely make that? Well, guess what? That's exactly what I did. Why? I could have been making money, touching grass, or sleeping. But since I enjoy making bad decisions, here we are. I'm gonna be spending the next 30 days recreating Igris vs Jinwoo in live action in my tiny room on my potato PC with $0. It's gonna be one unemployed 22-year versus entire anime studio. And this is how I made it happen. My last video somehow got 5k views, while considering I only begged like 3 people to watch it. And if you subtract the 4,000 views I gave myself by refreshing the page, I'd still say I have like 40 real fans. Anyways, so it all started when I rewatched the Jinwoo viewing edit for the 100th time and thought, wow, this is amazing, I should totally ruin this. Now I should be finding an actual job and stop being unemployed instead of wasting time. You got this, bro. It's very basic stuff. You already know this. It will only take a few days. It did not take a few days. Every project starts with a plan. So the way you pre-visualize scenes is that you hire some storyboard animators and shit. But since I'm kinda broke, I figured I would just recreate some scenes from the anime frame by frame. But is that not cheating and you're basically coping at this point? After watching way too many anime edits at 3 am, I picked some of my favorite shots and yeah, so we're gonna try making them 1000 times more cooler and realistic and amazing. Since I will be recreating and animating everything in 3D, I need to have models to animate. So first things first, and that is to model characters. We start off with Igris. He's basically a big armored dude, glowing eyes, red and terrifying. Basically a working microwave. I found this 3D model and after retexturing it and making it way more sexy, this is how it looks. I spent way too much time adding tiny details that no one will see, but that's the VFX life. For the cape and sword, since there was already one with the model, I retextured them and I just had to simulate the cape as a cloth and add some wind physics and it works. Hair simulation in Blender is actually a nightmare. No one likes talking about it. For hair, I just used Blender particle system, pressed in a bunch of buttons here and there, combed the hair part. I don't even know what all of this is, but it somehow worked. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our Igris. I don't know how to pronounce it. And now for Jinwoo, I modeled the base mesh and later in Blender I made him his hood. I also made it so it interacts with the wind and stuff so it would look more real. For the hair, I did exactly what I did for Igris. I just pressed a couple of buttons and this is how it looks. For the environment, I found some models and after retexturing everything from scratch and doing all of the lighting and stuff, this is how the environment looked. Pretty nice. I also made this cool fire text. It's like a paint but it looks 3D. Very happy with how it looks but no one is gonna notice it, so yeah. This is where things got actually wild. Now we start animating the shorts. I'm not that much of a good animator. The first few shorts were just simple animation. I could just go to Mixamo to get some animations for them. I was closely following the anime reference so I could have a solid base. With that I was done with most of the shorts. This is where the fight starts and things get complicated. You see, well in anime scenes are usually hand-drawn frame by frame. So I had two options here. Animate all of the frames by hand, which is a very hard and would take me way too long, or I just animate a few frames to get that anime sort of look, and you know exactly where this is going. So there is this software called Cascader, and what it does is that it automatically predicts and generates animations based on specific character poses. I did some research and decided to use my year worth of saving on buying this add-on. I was pretty confident with how easy it will make the next few shots and I will be done with the video in a day or two. It's not working. I am making anime frames and it just cannot generate between 2 frames. So I spent the next few days animating the still frames manually. Anytime an animation looked weird, I just zoomed in so much you couldn't see the problem. After all of that, this is how it looks. Pretty weird and janky, but trust the process. There was this one shot which is like an anime hand-drawn sketch style, but I no way have any idea how to draw. I mean, I was good artist back in my school days, but I don't think I can even hold a pencil now. So I found this add-on called Hand-Drawn Sketch Simulator, and what it does is that it makes your render look like someone tried drawing it with a pencil. So I had to just borrow some money from a friend that I will definitely pay him back for sure. This time the add-on will work exactly like it is intended to and things will go super smooth from now. It's crashing. I was able to use it on Jinwoo, but for some reason it's just not working for Igris. I think it's because of the complexity of the models or the textures. I tried it to run a couple of times but it just won't work. So I just used Blender's inbuilt default liner tool to simulate the sketch sort of effect. Wait. So you're saying you knew how to make the effects and you still bought the plugin? Anyways, after adding the layers back in After Effects, it looked pretty nice. I mean, it almost looks like anime, but some low budget broke person made it. Now for rendering, it's like fighting a final boss with no health bar and no save point. Each frame took 3 to 5 minutes to render. I had around 700 frames. You can do the math. I'm already crying. So I placed the files on rendering while I could rest for a while and watch my favorite anime in the meantime. Now it was time for my favorite part of the VFX, and that is the compositing. I like compositing because I can finally hide all of the mistakes there, and I go absolutely nuts and add shit ton of effects. Dust particles, embers, shake, mist, haze, flare, distortion, rays, grain, motion blur, everything that you could think of is already pretty much there. So here it is, Jinwoo vs Igris, made by one guy with too much ambition, tired and possibly sleep deprived. Does it match the anime? Not even close, but is it dramatic, shiny, over edited? Hell yeah. If you like this video, follow for more anime videos and drop a comment on what fight I should do next. Something easier please. I'll see you guys with the next one. Bye bye.
this intensity is coming from him. A knight who defends an empty throne.